Howdy folks, here's Monty in Las Vegas, Nevada again. So I wanted to show this one. I actually broke it out of the plastic. I don't know where my other copy is, but I have two copies for a somewhat obvious reason. And this is, I can't remember what the fellow's name was, but he went by Darkson Design. And this is probably Kirill Kenev's first miniature painting book. So this is a Kirill Kenev. Apologies folks, this one is not in brilliant focus, but we're dealing with 15 to 20 years earlier than the other book I was showing. So it talks about colour theory, talks about Vallejo, very important, a bunch of Vallejo swatches. Okay, well, we got a discussion on colour. How to stack light and colour and shade accordingly. Discussion of paints. Get into the actual models. Now in contrast, this is much better photographed, as I remember it being. And yeah, just a real reverence for miniatures, which I think is what comes through. Now there's a lot of painting information here and stuff which I normally wouldn't consider, but there is a reason that I have this, and I have a couple of them even though I can't find one of them. The blue background makes it pop, like it's immediate assistant to actually getting the miniatures to pop and show off the detail, which is just done beautifully and crisply here. The lizard. Freebooters miniatures. Again, the miniature is in focus. Very crisply done. Skin basics. Look at metals in nature. Real metals. Effects with armour. Rust non-metallic metal, which was obviously a big thing. Probably still is a big thing, but it was a big thing in the early 2000s. I own this miniature, this miniature, this miniature. I own these miniatures. So you might have, in a very early Monty's review for this year at least, you will have seen these miniatures being taken out. One of them has a very loose gun, if I remember correctly. It's not that one. It's... one of them has a very loose gun. I think it's that one. The gun is quite loose. So it kind of dangles horribly. But yeah, these are all Kirill Kenev's 2004, I'd imagine. Just some beautiful miniatures. And this has dioramas and various other things in it too. So, not necessarily to poo-poo the last one, but the reverence for the miniatures is what's really critical here. Just making sure they're all in focus and the best element is shown, basically. These are all Kirill Kenevs. Yes, big box by Harrison miniatures, that's a beauty. It's old orc as well. Old orc shaman. Oh, I was meaning to say that. So I did contact Oscar Lars, and he says the shaman will be ready probably mid to late June. So that's the time frame for getting that back and getting that put in the army. Shields for the dwarves, no time frame. This is a heresy miniature as well. It's a beauty, a real beauty. So that's the time frame anyway. I hope to hear back from him in the mid-June time frame and actually have the miniature back in a kind of late June time frame ideally. It's a very nice dwarf. Very realistic cat too. Gallery of Inspiration. I don't think they made a second one of these. I think it's the one and only, unfortunately. And I keep it for obvious reasons because it's got, yeah, this guy up as well. See, he's patting his cigarette into his hand. Things to come from Darkson Design. I think you put out a range of miniatures, if I don't recall correctly. But yes, this I think is in stark contrast to the last book I showed. So I thought I'd give them both as examples of perhaps ways to do things, perhaps ways not to do things. Tom Barberley in Las Vegas, Nevada, signing out.